lords, extraterrestrial warriors.
I am Lord Power, leader of the lords. Griptog and Roygoth are attacking. We must help Psyduck defend Balkan Rock.
Our lords.
Adam Powell, Psyduck, Griptog, and Arcus are each sold separately from the Power Lords collection, new from Revell.
So here we go, another weird action figure video with my hands. So you know the format, we're going to put some figures down here and talk about them. They're weird ones, which I thought I'd like to share with you. So why go to all these car boot sales and stuff and buy all this stuff if you can't share it with the world in some form or whatever? So you might have seen some of these things at Toy Fair videos before. If you sat through to the end, you might have seen these, but chances are these are going to be new to you. We'll start off with a wizard, and why not? This guy here, I mean, what the fuck is going on with him? He looks like his body's been put on kind of backwards. He's got a hood, though, and a hood that side. So yeah, it really could be flipped around either way, couldn't it? I don't know much about this guy, really, except he was a 90s figure, and I'm not sure. I think it's like a Dungeons and Dragons like rip-off or something. It's called like Wizards and like Warlords or Warlocks or something. I could be talking Warlocks right now, I don't know. But yeah, look at his head. Isn't he a strange looking guy? Let's hold him up to the camera. So his head, look, you can see it's the same colour as his head. So you could strip all the paint off this and make like a cone head figure, which would be kind of cool. But yeah, I think every like weird action figure collection needs a wizard in it, and this is certainly one of those. There's no like hallmarks. I wasn't too sure of what this was when I bought it. I'm still not, to be honest. It's just a damn weird thing. Just one of those things, isn't it? You have to have one, I think. So I don't know. We'll put him down there, I guess. Kind of like more gnome looking than wizard, I guess. I don't know. He does not pass. He shall not pass. So we're going to move on now to, well, as we've done a wizard, we might as well do a couple of pirates, right? Isn't that always the way? So I'll move him aside. He's distracting his face and all that. So here we go. We have a couple of pirates. So, yeah, I don't know if you've seen these around. Like, Peter Pan was quite big. There was a Peter Pan cartoon in the early 90s. Also, Hook came out around that time, so the Hook figures were quite big. So this is like your kind of Sun Gold, you know, Sun Gold was like a sort of knockoff of He-Man because that was popular at the time. This is that kind of thing for Peter Pan, I guess. These are pirates, as you can see. So one of these fuckers, I dropped it and it smashed into like 100 pieces at a car boot sale, but I managed to stick him back together. And being that kind of weird sort of plastic, it just kind of stuck back. So I can't even tell which one of these is the damaged one. I don't know. I guess we'll never know. But look at his face, look. His little hat. I mean, they're kind of cool, aren't they? I mean, good articulation, look. The legs move. And, yeah, nothing else. Yeah, they're brittle plastics. It always feels like it's going to break. And it did. The minute I dropped it on quite soft floor, it broke. But, yeah, that's one of those things. His mate hasn't got any shoes on. You might notice here, look. They're certainly not Pirates of Dark Water. And terrible paint job as well. If you look at the, yeah. I kind of like them, though. I've got a bit of a soft spot for, here, look. Here's the crack look. So this is the guy that broke. I have a soft spot for, I like his beard gut as well. I have a soft spot for things like this. I like kind of crap. You know me. You know me by now, right? But, yeah, I think they're kind of cool. Pirates, they do their thing, which is very, piratey, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so we've had some pirates. I think we need a bit of law and order to come and sort all this shit out, really. So here he is, look. It's Robert Cop. No, look at his face. Look at his eyes. Bad lieutenant. He will fuck you up. His complexion, look, he's done way too much of something, isn't he? It's scary. It's like the wasn't there a scene in The Mouth of Madness, a terrifying copper with like a mutant face comes and like terrorizes the guy in the car. I can't remember much about that film really, but yeah, it looks a bit like that. Sort of mutant, scary looking, a bit of a Space Precinct ripoff, I guess, with the sort of color and the overall look of it all. But yeah, sort of generic, these kind of things. So when I was a kid, when I was about sort of 5 or 6, you'd find these in like street markets, the kind of markets that go up and down the side of your town. If you live in London, you'll know exactly what I mean because they're still there. But in Exeter, we used to have all these like market stalls in Sybil Street. Those were the days. But yeah, they had knockoff toys. Loads of those like fake Arnold Schwarzenegger looking toys. They had like Arnold Schwarzenegger's head. I showed one of those off in one of the other action figure videos. Go and check that out. This is part 3 now, by the way, of course. You probably know that already. But yeah, look at his badge, look. He is Lieutenant Absolutely Nothing. There is no concerning mark on it. I'll write his name on it. I'll write a name. I think I'm going to write Robert Cop or something on it. I don't know. That's already a thing, believe it or not. PC World. I don't know. But yeah, look at his badges and stuff, man. It's definitely a cop. If you know, if you look out of focus on it. Made in China, so it's blatantly pretty good. But yeah, it's just his face that gives me kind of the horrors, I guess. Look at those eyes, look. Kind of like RoboCop, a bit sort of Paul Weller. That was the guy who played RoboCop, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, and in the city and all that. But yeah, if you look at his legs, that's enough of him, isn't it? He's a cop. He's not very good, I think, is the gist. I think we can't say much more than that. So, shall we move from one crap cop to a slightly better crap cop? I think you might know where I'm heading with this. Maybe you don't. Maybe you don't. Or perhaps you do. It's RoboCop himself, isn't it? The #1 man, RoboCop. Obviously, it's not RoboCop because he looks not very much like RoboCop at all. But this guy's really big. So his arms move, and that's it. That's the only articulation you get in this very toyetic action figure. And it feels brittle. Like every time you move the arms, it kind of cracks and feels like it's going to snap off. So, yeah, he's got big... he's a big tall guy. That's the interesting bit. So look at him compared to the cop. So you got the, hang on, you're going to go in size, very interesting. So the Wizard's quite a standard action figure size. The cop's quite big. RoboCop is massive. This is like one of those big, like 12-inch figures, you know. Quality, man, quality. Imagine buying this if you were a kid and being horribly disappointed when it smashed into a million pieces. But he has survived, and this is all the way from the 90s. I think there was a sign that says, hang on, yep, look, it says it on his arse. 1990, this guy's from. 1990, man. And it came from, I actually know this came from Radio Shack. So Radio Shack's like quite a big deal in America. It's where you go and buy all your like cheap radios and TVs, crazy prices and all that stuff. There's adverts where the guy goes manic and crazy and stuff. Short Circuit 2, I'm thinking of. But yeah, Radio Shack is quite a staple in America. Really, it's all getting a bit dark. But yeah, here he is, knockoff RoboCop. This could be Robert. There was one called Robert Cop, which is amazing. And there's like RoboCop and all kinds of stupid like real cash-in, like close to RoboCop but not RoboCop names, if you know what I mean. There's a whole bunch of them out there. It'd be amazing to do a whole video on them, but I'd have to go and find them first, probably. But we're going to get excited about the buttons on his back. Let's go, shall we? So there's that one. There's that one. I might as well show you, turn him round, look, and while you press that, his eyes glow. Just fucking amazing. Okay, this one next. Yep, that one. Right. Okay, gun, noise. Yep, that's a bomb going off. Amazing. And that's a fucking telephone. Why has he got... So he comes at you, look. He comes at you and he's like, he's got his eyes. He means business. What's he going to do next? Oh my God. Sorry, mate, that's my mobile just going off a minute. Hold it right there. I'll be back in a minute. Hello, yeah, I'm at work. What? It's just stupid, isn't it? Why has he got a telephone? It's just one of those things, like, it's a cheap free sound effect, you know, you can just, it's obviously the same board for a lot of these things. But fantastic, isn't it? Nevertheless, I mean, this will haunt your dreams. I mean, that's a cool action, right? And the fact it still works after 1990 just goes to show, right, that these things obviously did last. It didn't break immediately and splatter all over your floor or whatnot, because, you know, that was, how long ago was 1990? 34, was it 34 years ago? It might have been 34 years ago, you know. That's a scary thought, isn't it? Yeah. So next we're going to move on to another very similar thing. I'm not sure if I can get him working, though, because he's similar but a little bit more temperamental. Here he is. So this bloke here, does he look like somebody famous? That's right. He's a bit of a rip-off of Chris Evans, who used to present The Big Breakfast. That's what you're all thinking, isn't it? No, not really. No, he's a bit of a rip-off of Darth Vader, obviously. You see his very strange, kind of pearly pearly Space King face. I don't know, and his weird little sort of cybotic stuff. Cybotics. He's got a sword as well, a lightsaber, basically. Look at that! Look, you can see the gap there. So weird, isn't it? Look at that! Look at that! And yeah, he's another button bloke. So if you press this, see, it's not working, but it does work. You just have to work for me, damn you. Ah, there we go. Look at that look. It's terrifying, isn't it? And the thing is, he won't shut the fuck up now. It goes on for like 10 minutes. Seriously. Once you get him going, there, he stopped. And you press it by accident, he goes off again. But I like that his sword flashes and his eyes flash as well. And the funny thing with these, this is light as a feather. It really was sort of cheap plastic, man. But these things seem to be getting like rarer. Oh, I don't know about rarer, but sort of exploitative. I mean, if you buy these now from like eBay or from like sort of markets and toy fairs and stuff, they go for a lot of money. And would you really feel comfortable spending loads of money on this, knowing that it could just fall apart at any minute? But I guess that's the thing about bootlegs. There's a lot of interest in bootleg figures now. These used to be so cheap, and I still find these things cheap at car boot sales. I mean, this was like, what, I don't know, 50p or something, man. Robocop was really cheap. He was like £1, I think, which is quite good for, for that face, isn't it? But yeah, they cost a lot of money now. They're getting there. They're getting there in value. I'm not sure why. I think it's because of people my age growing up and deciding that they really want these things back, I guess. I don't know. Shall we move on to something a little bit more, what do you call it? Licensed? Yeah, let's do that. Still weird, though. Still weird. So we're going to move on now to He-Man. That's right. He-Man Masters of the Universe. So this here, you might have seen this in the Toy Fair video, I don't know, but I love it and I have to show it off. This is King Hiss. Now, King Hiss is one of the Snake Men. Now, his story is... What's your story, fella? His story is he's from about 1985, I think. Does it say that in his back? 1985, yeah. Year I was born, That's right. I was born the same day, same hour as King Hiss. So you take off his arms, look, and it's a snake. It's useful, that. If you want to reach something, snake arms, why the hell not? Now, to get the rest of it off, I need to prise it off with a knife, because it's so stiff.
That's what she said!
But, yeah, so we take it off, look, and inside of him, look, he's a bunch of snakes. These do come off. I'm not sure if they're really supposed to or not, but all He-Man figures seem to do stuff like this, arms always seem to come off, it's a given. But, yeah, look, he's a bunch of snakes wrapped together. It's a really fucking weird thing, isn't it? Like, an odd figure. Always liked this, though, because, as I say, it's just so damn weird. Like, why? Who came up with this? What mad, crazy mind thought of this stuff? Look at him now. If you lose the rest of him, especially if you lose the arms as well, you've got a real useless, weird-ass looking figure, haven't you? And that's normally how you would find him at, like, car boot sales and stuff, just like, basically like that. That's normally how you'd find him. Perfect. You can stand there alongside Man-at-Arms and the rest of them looking perfectly normal and legit. That's right. But, yeah, I'm glad I managed to get him. He was actually in a rummage box in a toy fair, and I managed to find all the bits and stick them back together. Except the middle bit was completely... The arms were off, and the arm shields were off, but the middle bit was actually completely welded together. And it's only because it's just really stiff, man, which is good, because it means it will stay together and not fall apart. But we had to literally prise it open with a knife. I thought he'd been glued together. I thought the middle bit had gone, and they just glued them together. But no, he's all good. So, yeah, King Hiss, one of my favourite He-Man figures, I think. I just like things that turn into things, I think. I don't know. Something about my age group about that. I don't know. People love Transformers, don't they? I'm not that big on them. If you turn a man into a snake, though, now we're talking. So that's King Hiss. So next we'll go for one more He-Man figure, which is this bloke here. He's not Trapjaw. I can't remember his name, actually. That's terrible, isn't it? I'm a He-Man fan. You can't remember the characters' names. There you go. That tells you something. Turning round, look, and his mouth opens and shuts, and the cogs spin round. I really like that. I think that's a really cool, like, mechanicism thing. Mechanicism? I don't know. It's a good feature, isn't it? And his little hook hand. So, just like Trapjaw, Similar figure to Trapjaw, really. You could change the hooks and things around, so you had a gun that would go on there, you had different stuff you could put on, which is a cool thing. I'm glad I've got at least one of his arms, otherwise he'd just have like a hole there, which is kind of annoying, which is often, again, how they end out. But yeah, I like this. It kind of reminded me of a duck. He's like sort of Robo-Duck, I don't know, like a beak. But sort of Robocop vibes again, you know. There's a lot of that about. I'm pretty sure there's a character on DuckTales that was like a Robocop duck with a one-wheel thing. Stick that on the screen. Yeah, some weird Robocop-inspired stuff around the time. The whole like visor thing, and obviously Geordie LaForge had it as well. Something about the 90s or 80s, wasn't it? Yeah, something about the mid-80s, mid to late 80s, and those weird visors. I guess they were a big deal. He's got cool cyborg things going on with his arms as well. I guess sort of pathing the way towards the amazing laser light Skeletor, which I think is an amazing figure. I haven't got one because they're worth like, well, not worth, but they cost like £7,000 or whatever. So I don't know if I'll ever have one either. But if you happen to have a couple of those laser light He-Man figures knocking about, just send them to the show, send them in. You got our address in the description bit. We'll take good care of them. Don't worry, we'll take good care of all your He-Man figures. Yeah, why not? So next we're going to go to a weird-ass figure. I can't remember the name of it again. I'm so crap at like holding information. But I will put the name of it on the screen right now. Yeah. So this guy here, these were actually really fucking cool, man. He looks really yellow and scary, doesn't he? His arms go out like that. And he terrifies me to my very soul. But this is an early 80s action figure. You press this button on his back. And look at that. He's been flayed. All of his skin has gone. Isn't that beautiful? So yeah, so the idea with these, turn it around, look. So that was the kind of feature. Like, yeah. I don't know why, but yeah, he changes. He changes, man. He used to be cool. You press the button. There's a button there on his back. Where's it gone? Where am I? Oh, the button's there on him. So you press the button and he turns into this thing that looks a bit like something from the Avatar film, if you remember that. Blue and weird, but very veiny, scary looking. This toy's a bit beat up as well. I can't remember the year. I think the year was 1984, was it? 83? I can't see. It says it on the bottom of his foot. If you can read that. If it's not in focus, then I apologise. I also apologise that I cannot remember what they're called, but I love these. I love this line. It was very, very good. I should have done some research for filming this, really, but I can't be asked to stop it. And look now, I know what it's called. It's just gone from my mind temporarily. But yeah, it's a cool damn thing, man. And what we're going to show you next, I kind of feel like is trying to be it, in a way. You'll see what I mean. So in the same way that it just turns around, there's no real coolness. It's not that cool, because the hands are like backwards hands, and it's all like, yeah. So you can't, if you're playing with them, you can still see the weird shit going on. But it's a kind of a gimmicky way, like the Power Rangers, when you could flip their heads and stuff. A gimmicky way of changing something into something without it being too, too complicated. I would say complicated, that's the technical word. But, yeah, this next one here, we're going more down the He-Man route and slightly Power Rangers-esque. Now, I don't know, as I do know what this is, but can't remember. With the next figure, I don't know what it is, and I can't find any information on it. So here we go. Meet this bloke here. Look at his face. Threatening, isn't he? Yes, he's got kind of He-Man body. Very sun gold as well, I think. So it might be one of those. He's got like the articulation of that kind of this sort of band going on bit in there as well. But yeah, I like the glowiness, the sort of the cool colour and stuff. What I like about him though is you turn his head around, and there we go. Look. Easier than flipping the heads, easier than flipping the whole body, look. Literally all we've got to do is just turn his head. And there we go. He's in his full Power Ranger-esque garb, whatever you call it. Isn't that a cool thing? Looking for me? Well, now you've got trouble. Again with a visor. Yeah, I don't know what the hell this is, but I found this in a box at a car boot sale for about, I think it was like 50p or something a while back. And I just thought I have to pick this up. If I find nothing else today, this is the ultimate thing, man. Just such a cool, weird-ass figure. I don't know what it is. If anyone could shed any light on the subject, I've tried the whole Google thing where you just hold the camera at it and then tell Google to go and find it. And all Google ever gives me, weirdly, one image that Google does immediately give me is King Hiss. And it ain't King Hiss, is it? But yeah, Google seems to think it is. You can see why it might think that. Also, you get Power Rangers and all kinds of other stuff come up. But yeah, it's totally not any of that, is it? So if anyone can shed any light on exactly what this is, then that'd be cool. Because yeah, he's got me stumped. So moving on. Moving on. We haven't had any skeletons yet. So how about a sort of really crap-looking sort of knockoff skeleton warrior? Yeah, you know you want this. So here he is. Isn't he disgusting? He's like, kill me now. I'm an abomination. Ah. But yeah, look at his arms. Isn't that ridiculous? He's got 4. I can tell you exactly which figure he's trying to be here. It's a skeleton warrior that looks really cool. This does not look really cool. And what is going on with his legs? Are you supposed to have him like that? Always in that position or that position? Or they don't bend the knees either, like Game of Thrones. The legs move weirdly. It's a fucking weird thing, isn't it? I don't really understand it, to be honest. But it's another one of those things where, like, it's just such a monstrosity, an abomination of human form or whatever. I had to buy it. But yeah, you know, I like it. Look at it. Look at that. Would you know? Jesus Christ, man. I'm not too sure when it's from. I think it's from the early 90s. I did look this up, and I did discover, like, this gets mistaken for a Mexican bootleg, is what the article that had a picture of it in said, but it's not a Mexican bootleg. It's like a sort of knockoff. I think it's a Taiwan thing again, but it's a knockoff Skeleton Warrior, really, I think. And did an amazing job, didn't they? Yeah. So, from one skeleton to another skeleton. We've got this bloke. So this was official. These were like sort of weird astronauts that were sort of half skeleton. Yeah, there were a whole bunch of these. I don't really remember what they are exactly. But they're not like it's not a bootleg thing. This was a real thing. Yeah, but it's cool, isn't it? Look at him. Reminds me of that Doctor Who episode. There's like a skeleton in a spacesuit, and they made a figure of it. But I like this. I mean, to be honest, any sort of skeleton figure is a cool thing anyway, no matter what it is. I think it all begins with Skeletor, really. After that, anything like that. Oh yeah, it's another one. If anyone's got a Scareglow, send them into the channel as well, because we could use a couple of those, definitely. They're not worth anything, just send one along, you know, I'll give it a good home. Yeah. Anyway, this guy, yeah, look at his smashed up helmet and all that stuff. He's cool, isn't he? It's a cool thing, man. A cool thing. That's all I can say. So we're going to move on now to we have 4 figures left, and they're all kind of part of a set. I think they might be called Galaxy Warriors, if I'm not mistaken. If I am mistaken in all this stuff, then I obviously don't know as much as you do, and well done for knowing more than me. But also, please share knowledge in the comments as well, because I'd really quite like to know some of this stuff, really. It's kind of hard to figure it all out. But I guess we'll start with, like, I don't know, we'll start with the most monkiest man of all, Monkey Man. Monkey Man. Yeah, here he is. Look, he looks like something from Planet of the Apes, like Dr. Seuss or something. But it's cool, isn't it? He's a bit like those knockoff Star Wars figures that came out in the 90s. There's ones with, like, the robot Chewbacca and Boba Fett and all that in the wrong colours. But yeah, I really like this. There's a lot of detail in this as well. I think they are Galaxy Warriors. I think I might be wrong though. I don't know, but they're damn cool, man. That's a cool figure. I would have been quite happy playing with these as a kid. Planet of the Apes, basically, isn't it? Look at it. That's pretty fucking cool, isn't it? As close as we can of his monkey face. Look, anything monkey I like as well. I'm a sucker for a monkey, you know. I'm a sucker for a chimp. Or actually, no, let's not get monkeys wrong. Come on. Okay, so next Monkey Man, Cyborg Monkey Man this time. Yeah, he's cool, isn't he? He's got like an earpiece and an eyepiece. There we go. And sort of He-Man's body. So he's slightly different again. As you can see, he's a slightly different size. Very, very similar really on the head. But there are subtle differences here, definitely. I'm not sure what they are now I've said it. But yeah. Yeah. Another Monkey Man. Monkey Cyborg Man. And now we're going to go on to kind of like a sort of monkey... sort of monkey Satan, really, I guess. Look at that. He's scary looking. He looks a bit like something from Clash of the Titans. He's got the horns here, green hair, the sort of Prince of Darkness garb going on. Yeah, he's closer to this, I think, in by looks of it, and less close to the Cyborg Monkey Man. Yeah, slightly different. But he's pretty cool, isn't he? That'd be a nice addition to any collection of action figures, right? Yeah, I can't really figure it out. I just love these. These are from a toy fair, and I bought this bloke's like all his favourite stuff because I just thought it was great, man. He did me a good deal as well on this. And we're going to go for one final one now. Just because we haven't had any celebrity knockoffs yet, have we? Exactly. We've had RoboCop and a couple of pirates, but we haven't had Hulk Hogan yet, have we? So this is absolutely brilliant. So he's got what looks like a Batman cloak. Yeah, it's a Batman cape, isn't it? Cape, cloak, whatever you want to call it. But it's Hulk Hogan. Blatantly, look at his head look. It's a white-haired Hulk Hogan dressed the same as these monkey people. So he's like, Hulk Hogan's like the lead with the monkey men? I don't know. I don't even know what's happening anymore. But yeah, that's such a cool thing, right? There's so many weird, like, wrestling knockoff figures anyway. There's also an older Sun Gold Hulk Hogan that I have. I don't know if it's Sun Gold. I always throw that word out there. I don't know what these are really. But there's an older Hulk Hogan I've got, which I put on one of the other videos. It looks more like He-Man. But yeah, there's another form of Hulk Hogan here. He's got a star on his hat as well. But yeah, what a fucking crazy thing, man. I mean, imagine playing with these as a kid. It's like, it's got kind of, I don't know if anyone out in the world remembers Suburban Commando, but he's got a bit of a Suburban Commando vibe going on as well. So you could kind of play that, really, couldn't you, with these quite easily? Yeah, I like that he's still got his cape as well, which is beautiful. But yeah, there we go. So that was some more weird action figures I thought I would share with you. That's obviously not the entirety of my collection here, but I want to keep these going. So, you know, maybe in like a year or so, we'll have another one, you know. I'll keep bringing them on. If I just keep buying these weird-ass things, I guess we'll keep making these videos. So, you know, like and subscribe and all that stuff, and watch our other videos that are all about completely different things. Also, if you felt like that video was at least half decent, you know, you can buy us a pint if you like. We have a donate button straight into PayPal, so you can like buy me a drink, so I can have more fun playing with toys. Yeah, we'll say that. So yeah.